Hey guys, Hannah here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to curl your hair with a wand. And today I am using the Ion Magnesium Pro 1-inch wand, and I have this at 375 degrees. Usually I don't like to go above 400 unless someone has really coarse or resistant hair, but usually 375 or around there is just fine. So that's what I'm going to be using today on my hair. So there are a couple attachments you can get for this wand. This is just the 1-inch attachment. You can also get the tapered attachment, which means that it's this size at the base and then it gets smaller towards the end to give you that looser curl by your head and tighter as it goes down. And this one just gives you a straight, the same size curl all the way down the strand. And then I believe it also comes with a 1.5 size barrel, so that is a thicker one, and that is for pretty loose waves. I don't use that a lot unless someone doesn't mind their curls falling out or their hair holds curl really well. But a lot of the time I go with this size because if your hair doesn't hold curl very well, usually it will loosen up to that 1.5 inch size anyway. So let's get started. So I'm going to section my hair. First I brushed my hair. My hair has been in a bun for 3 days. So brush it out when that happens. Now I'm going to section it off. So I probably have about a 2-inch thick section here, which I am fine with because I don't mind my curls being looser. But if you wanted them as tight as possible and to last for as long as possible, never take a bigger section, bigger than what your barrel is. So this is a 1-inch barrel, so you would want to take a 1-inch section length and width wise. But I don't mind having them a little looser, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do probably 2-inch size sections. So what you want to do is hold your wand on an angle like this and wrap your hair around it. And it's okay to let the hair section twist. I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, but you'll get a beachier wave that way. So hold that on for about, I'd say 7 to 10 seconds, and then let that go. And don't touch it or anything too much, just kind of leave it there. So the same with the other side. If you want, if you're more comfortable, you can switch hands and do it this way, or you can continue doing the same hand. I think the hardest part about this is getting the angle right, because the angle is always going to be different on whatever side you're on. So practicing that and getting it consistent is hard, and I'm still working at that. So for this side, same thing. So you're gonna want to hold it on an angle and wrap it around. And what I mean by twisting the hair, you can have the hair completely flat if you want to, like this, and it'll kind of give you that ribbon effect, that perfect curl like you would get with a curling iron. See that perfect kind of ribbony curl? But if you want more of that beachy wave, loose, messy curl, don't be afraid to just wrap it around and kind of let it twist onto the hair a little bit. So hold that for 7 to 10 seconds. And I'm just kind of leaving the ends out too, because I don't want any more heat damage on those ends. They're split enough, so I'm just kind of leaving those out. I'm gonna section off my part here because we're gonna do that last. So just pin that away. And I always like to give it just a little brush through before you start to curl it. And use heat protector too, always. Great one, Perfect Defense by Moroccan Oil. So this is the size of my section here. You always want to curl away from your face. So again, I'll show you. Put it on an angle here and just let that kind of twist around. And hold that for about 7 to 10 seconds. And just drop that, and you're just gonna let that cool. Moving on to the next piece. So these first sections here, you want these to be away from your face, but you can play around with these other sections here. So you can have a couple pieces going towards your face just to kind of break up the pattern a little bit. So I'll do this one towards my face so you can see that this is wrapping around the iron towards me. Letting that twist around because I don't want that perfect curling iron curl. I want more of a messy, beachy wave. Letting that drop. So same with this side. So you're gonna take a section and curl away from your face. So you're going to put your iron on an angle and curl it away from your face. So I'm gonna curl this one towards my face. So when you're curling towards your face, the strand is coming behind the iron and wrapping around. And when you're curling away from your face, the strand is going over the iron and wrapping. So this one is away from my face, so I'm wrapping it around my iron this way. Letting that go. Moving on to the top section. Gonna brush this out. So you can do this two ways. If you want to have a little more volume, you can do it horizontally. So you take sections like this across your head to give you a little more volume. If you don't care about that so much, you can just split it in two sections here and do it this way. But I think just to show you, I'm gonna do it the horizontal way for a little more volume. So I'm gonna start with just a straight section across my crown here, like this. And you wanna get that iron kind of underneath here to give you some volume, and just wrap that hair around. And you can push it a little closer to the front too to give that a little more volume. And if you want, for maximum volume, you can put a clip right here, and you can clip all of these sections that you're doing and let them cool that way. But for now, I'm just gonna let that down. So you're gonna take your next section, you don't want it too thick. I just kind of have a decent chunk there, like 1 inch or so. take your wand and just kind of have that under there, twist it around. I'm just gonna leave that down like that. But like I said, you can clip it if you want to let that really form. And the last piece. All right, so now you want to let those top pieces cool. You don't want to rake your fingers through everything right away. You want to let it cool because the curls are still forming when they're hot. So if you tug on a curl whenever it's hot, it's just gonna loosen up a lot quicker. So you wanna let those sit for a little bit. So after that sat for a few minutes, you wanna take some hairspray. I have the strong Moroccan oil hairspray. I'm just gonna spray that a little bit before putting my fingers through them. And now you can rake through. So I like using my fingers to brush out my curls because I find it gives it more of an effortless look. You can use a brush, but it's just gonna give you more of like a Hollywood glammy kind of look. Alright guys, so this is the end result. As you can see, the waves are really effortless and beachy and mermaidy and fun. And the best part is that this will definitely last for a few days. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and put down in the comments below of what videos you would like to see next. And we'll see you on the next video.